Oh, good morning, Costas. Welcome back. How are you doing today? How is everybody doing? Today we're gonna talk about livestock guardian dog facing against bear attack. How they deal with bear. It's one of the main predator, if not the main, that threat the livestock, but not only. So we're gonna discuss a little bit about this and for other topic that you guys want to discuss. If you have any question, concern about animals, feel free and we're gonna discuss together. But the main topic of today is uh, livestock guardian dog against bear attack. Type the screen, guys. Who is laughing? Because I don't understand. Oh, it was just an emoji, a laughing emoji. Did I make a joke or a fun or something like that? Or was mistake type by the screen? So for people that are for first time in this live stream, my name is Emiliano Babaramo. I'm a veterinarian doctor and livestock specialist and dog breeder and dog trainer too. So if you have any concern about animals, healthy issues, behavior issues, breeding issues, feel free and we're gonna discuss together. You can write your name and where you are from in the live chat. Alexander Donalski, I have a problem with my dog English Mastiff. Yeah, go ahead. What's the problem? Write your problems. What's the issues with your English Mastiff? Oh, yeah, in the modern Mastiff, it's a big problem with that. And he go to the surgery. And what's happened next? Did they remove? He's so scared. How old is he? How old is your dog? A 7 month. Did they do under the anesthesia? Or the dog felt the pain? and where you are from. I'm in the chat to watch Andre Emmanuel. I'm working from the South America. I don't know what they do. Yes, he was slept. Okay, give a little bit time. Sometimes anesthesia give those complication, but cherry eyes is not a heavy surgery, and it's not so painful. Maxi Benz, hello from Russia. Привет. Привет, Russia. Welcome to the live. Hello, doctor, how are you? I'm good, Nitin. I'm good. Give a little bit time. Give a little bit time. Maxi Benz. Как дела? Give a little bit time. I think you are from Macedonia, by the way. Okay, I'm from Albania. Give a little bit time. Just give a little bit time. I don't. Did he show this fearful behavior because or after the surgery, or he was a little bit shy? There was a post-surgery behavior that the dog is scared, or he had shown before this. My Rottweiler for training, I left into the trainer when it was young. Now it's 4 years old. The relationship with my dog is the same as before. And what's the problem? What kind of the relationship? It's wondering you. Kostas, can you tell me a little bit more? The problems come after the surgery. Okay. When is done the surgery? When the surgery is done? For how long? Dog, okay. Bye-bye. A month ago. Okay, I understand this. Give a little bit time. Try to work with him. Encourage him. When he show a little bit scary, encourage him. He gonna pass this fear. He gonna pass. It looks like he had like a post-trauma after the surgery. It's more mentally. Give a little bit time. It's 7 months old. So before the dog react well, no scary, confidence. So you just work a little bit with his confidence of or if is a female with her confidence. Give a little bit time. It will change. It will change. He's a little bit scared about that. Winston Le Tiger Bison. Dog are the best friend and can die for protect you and family. Totally agree. The best man friend. Give a little bit time. I think that he gonna pass this. But are you sure that is because of surgery? Did the dog had it another trauma? Maybe bitten by other dog, or maybe scared by other people? But for example, your family members. Because it looked like he's traumatized. Or it can happen, yes, it's after the surgery, or during the post-recovery, the surgery, the technician or veterinarian may be scared a little bit him. I understand, we love him like our child. It can happen, and most of the post-trauma, it's not during the surgery or before the surgery, but it can happen, it's stuck in the dog memory during the recovery time after the surgery, when the dog wake up. Hi Bella, how you doing today? So I think he gonna forget that. Try to keep him close, try to encourage him. Yes, I think the doctor too, that issues. Yeah, I think this trauma is like in the recovery time. What kind of anesthesia they gave to him? Injectable or inhalation? The gas one. What kind of anesthesia? Because this kind of surgery is very small and require just few minutes injection. Sometimes the ketamine can have the impact in the nervous system, give hallucination, is like this. And when they combine with other drugs, like, because they gonna do it, this is like a pre-shot. Usually they use atropine, ketamine, and sometimes xylazine, and when they are combination they give those like a hallucination. uh, I think give a little bit time and he gonna recover about this trauma. He gonna recover. But if they use a little bit violence, or if they stress, when it come to the recovery time, the dog remember that, and could be this problem, because it's not so painful. Cherry eye, when they remove the cherry eye, it's not so painful. Dylan, hello, how you doing? Trajan, how you doing, my friend? When it come home, it was like misunderstood. Now he's sleeping in my bed. Okay, but it's not good to left to a trainer. Not good English, my friend. Sorry. Can you use the Google Translator? But write in official language from the Greek. Write official. Don't write a normal day conversation. So I have to understand you, Costa, and I will give you maybe a advice or the right path how to deal, or maybe something that you just wonder for nothing. Thank you very much, Emiliano. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Is salt dangerous for dogs? Oh, it's not good, but if you put a little bit just to give the food a little bit tasty, it's not bad. But if you put like a human one, no. Just give it one of the third of the human, and don't use it every day when you cook food. Hi. Just don't use it every day. I don't have social. Can I send you a message in a video? Well, you can go in Google Translate and you can type in your language, in the Greek language, the problem, and I'm gonna read it and translate from the Greek language to the English, and I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna tell you what's going on. Is something real serious or is nothing to concern? Because Rottweiler are silly dog, are not smart dog. Reggie Grimm's Coyote and Bear are being too bold, too kangal. What is this? What's sex best? You must have a female and a male for sure. I think he said that the dog was at first confused when he took it home and now he is okay. Ah, for how long you let it with a trainer? Did you raise this dog? Or you just bought it in the junior age or adult age? Did you let it for a long period of time, the dog, to the trainer and you didn't go to the visit, the dog? I understand what I mean that. It looks like the dog forgot you. It looks like that. For how long you let your Rottweiler to the trainer? And did you visit? Or you just let it for him to be trained? Sorry, your internet was disconnected. Okay, not your internet. No problem. So Reggie said that Coyote and Bear are being too bold. Where are you from, Reggie? Where you live? I try to interpret what Costa said. I don't know if I did it not correct. I didn't understand well what was the real concern, to be honest. But I think was this concern. I think that Costas led the dog to the trainer for a long time. And when the dog came home, supposed to be maybe obey, but the dog started to be cold with the owner. That's what I understand. Maybe I misunderstanding him. That's why I said, go in the Google Translate. Write your concern in your language. Translate to the English, copy, and paste here in the live. It happened with some dogs, with the bold dogs. Yes, my friend. So was this concern? For how long you let the dog to the trainer? And did you buy this Rottweiler when this Rottweiler was puppy? Or you just took it from someone? Because usually this kind of behavior, not recognizing well the owner, or being maybe cold to the owner, 1 month. 1 month you let to the trainer. I understand. Yes, puppy. And how old is your dog? How old is your dog? Is the dog the male? 4. It's 4 months or 4 year? 4 months or 4 years? 4 years. Oh, that's a weird dog. Just to live 1 month and to come at home with this strange behavior. It's not normal. Just 1 month. Or if you let half of the year or 1 year, yes, you're gonna have change. 4 years dog would not forget the owner. Yeah, but I'm not the smartest dog, my friend. The Rottweiler. I'm not the smartest one. And he cannot forget the owner. Yeah, supposed to be like this, but there are cases when the dog forgot the owner. Or maybe there are some cases when the dog get angry with the owner why you let it to other person. You have to understand this and start to be cold with you. It happened with my dog too, but I let 6 months and he was mad with me the day when I gave and the day when I came to see him after 6 months. He was really mad with me. Really mad with me. He did not appreciate that. My dog is always happy to see me after a month, after a few months. Well, not all the dogs are the same. Like, not all the people are the same. The dog become more attached to the trainer than the owner, maybe. Could be this, could be that, could be other reasons. Yes, was mad. Okay. Usually the dog does not attach to the trainer because the trainer bother the dog with commands, with exercise, does not attach because it feel bother a lot and it feel under the pressure. The dog was mad with the owner because he let it. And during this month period, you didn't go to visit your dog? None of the days? No, one day you didn't go to visit. Yeah, it happened with my dog too. He was mad with me. Alexander said, I know that the Rot are wired dog breed. Yeah, it most of the time it happened in the hard temperament dogs. So you visit every week. Very strange behavior. Very strange behavior. You have to understand the dogs keep angry. They keep angry. They keep when they're mad. If because they understand, you have to to see this kind of way. They understand when you let and they don't feel comfortable with the trainer. Because most of the hard dogs, are not feeling comfortable with another person who give them orders, and those dog which supposed to be disobey to you, and another one it forced to obey, because the trainer will use every type, shape or form to get the result if he can. So it will be easy way and the hard way sometime the trainer use some technique and manner to make the dog to follow the command, and the dog it feels stressful about that. It's not easy. And you remember, he is not a puppy, he's 4 years old. It's like putting an adult person in a school, and this adult doesn't like the class at all. But anyway, his behavior is unexcusable toward the owner. It looks like you don't have the authority on the dog. You don't have the right authority on the dog. This dog might consider you equal, or he thinks that he is above you. He don't obey the command down, either to the trainer. That's what I'm talking about. The dog was feeling bothered. And looks like he is mad to you. And one thing, you don't have no authority to the dog. You have a tough dog and no authority enough. Did he growl to you? Did he bark to you? Did he show teeth? My last 3 dogs don't work with trainer. Do it myself. They are one-man dogs. And I'm a little afraid I'm a little afraid too, because what would happen if the trainer hit them or grab it would be a problem. Yes, the trainer sometimes will hit the dog when they don't obey. He have an alpha place in the family. I think he gave it that place. The owner gave it the place. The owner should show when they are a puppy that they can be alpha, under alpha, not alpha at home. It's very important. Yes, it's very important that all dogs must know who is the alpha. You should not give the chance to them, not even a minute, to think that they are alpha. To chip shot a motor on a field. Northwest Virginia, US. When I had hound in the past, no problems. Now I have only one Australian Shepherd. And you pretend with an Australian Shepherd you're gonna do something against bear and coyotes? You really think like that? Get some real dog. Some real guardian dog. Don't go with some pet and you pretend to challenge those predators. That's the biggest problem with roads. I don't like roads. Not at all. Very silly dog. If not, how to say that they are stupid sometimes. They are like stupid dogs. And if you don't show who is the boss when they are puppy, it will be a problem with roads. When it was a puppy, he challenged all the time, now less. He just challenge you because, and you allow him to challenge you. Do you know what is this? It's like when you raise a child, and when they are small, cute, and when they hit you, you see like a joke. You keep it like a funny one, and you allow the child to hit you. But this is a bad behavior, and those behavior they created in your childhood. The same is with a puppy. You should stop that behavior immediately, and not to be. There is nothing funny, even during when you've hit him and he is growling to you. It's not funny. Doesn't show that your dog is tough, because you gonna see in that part that he is tough, but he show this toughness with you. He's challenge you. He's challenge your authority. And when they grow up, the same, puppy and children, and you couldn't cut this behavior in the right time, it will be bigger problems in adulthood. You understand what I mean? You should not tolerate you those kind of behavior. I feed you, I will remove the food from your mouth. And you try to do something. Show me the teeth or do something. And it will see what it will happen. I feed you, I open the mouth and I took the food from the mouth, from the dog. And let them to try to do something against me. Or to challenge my authority or my words. I have a road back then and he tried to attack my kid. He was jealous. They are super jealous. Jealous to other dog, jealous to kids. And yesterday I was talking about not to let the child with no other dog breed. Not just because of the Rottweiler. Just don't let your children alone with dogs. Don't do it like that. Not at all. Yes, food aggression is important too. But food aggression is important to show to other dogs, not to me as the owner, because I'm feeding him. If he show this aggression to me, I gonna make him, but this authority you gonna create when they are puppy. Because if you tolerate this, what you are doing, you are raising a monster dog that one day he gonna bite you. And for what reason you have to keep this dog that bite you? But it's your neglect that the dog is doing like that. It's not the problem of the dog, it's your neglect. You don't have the right authority, you don't build the authority when they are in the childhood. There is nothing funny when your puppy or your child hit you and you see that doesn't show that it's tough to the owner or kids to the parent. No, it's a misbehavior, it's a bad traits, bad behavior. You should cut immediately that. If you don't do, you are a bad parent, a bad animal owner. If you cannot do like this, you don't have the right experience. If you don't have the right experience, at least learn, at least ask for advice. Do not neglect. If you neglect those small things, in the future they're gonna become bigger. And it will be you that you're gonna pay the consequence. I remember a little girl who keeps slapping her father. She was 4 years old at the time. While we were with it was unbearable to watch. That's oh, I have those kind of examples fresh. I don't need to give you to send something. This is the problem of parent. They are unable, worthless to educate children. They are worthless. They think that if the kids hit them, it's funny. There is nothing funny on that. There is nothing funny. Your child is not tough that he's doing like that. Your child just show that you have no authority. And imagine during the teenager age, which is super difficult one, even for the normal teenagers. Imagine those spoiled one. You spoil the kids by allowing to hit you. You just spoil the kids. Your authority is zero. If the kids will not understand with normal talking, you should fear. The same thing is with puppy. You should build the reputation, build the authority in one form. With talking, if the talking doesn't work, you should put the fear. It's like that. Or you're gonna have problems. And you're gonna pay for those problems. Nobody else. And you're gonna say why it happened is because you neglect. Period. Because you don't have the manner how to educate a puppy, how to educate a child. Period. Yes, you're right. So science puppyhood, sometime owner should feed from its own hand and show the dog that there is no threat to his food will be taken away. Look, I had it aggressive dog. They never ever put in their mind to growl me when they was eating. No chance. No chance. In the moment that the dog will do like this, oof, only God will save from me. To do me. I feed him. I raise him, and the dog to growl to me? No. It's not anymore my dog. It's a parent fault. Yes, it's a parent fault. I have a girlfriend who has a Rottweiler. It was so jealous when I visit her house. She used to have to lock it outside. I don't like those dogs at all. No, I will not prefer a Rottweiler. I can. Dogs are jealous. You have to understand, not just a Rottweiler. Dogs are jealous to the owner. It's not just a Rottweiler. Even other breed, they're gonna show you the jealousy. Reggie Grims, 2 Kangal female and a male is what I will get as a puppy. Thank you for advice. Yes, that's a beautiful trio, which we're gonna do the job against coyotes and keep away the bear. Because don't think that they're gonna show the muscle to the bear. Bear are bear, my friend. Those grizzly one or Kodiak, they are monster. But they're gonna keep the bears away. For coyotes, they don't have any problems. If you get some good dogs, they're gonna mop the floor with coyotes. Is it true, Emiliano, that the dogs see their owner as their pack? They create a bond with the owner. They create a bond as the owner. Well, you can consider whatever you want. As a pack, as a family, you can consider. But it's very important to build the authority when they are puppy. Doesn't matter how the dog will consider you, as a family or as a pack. But you should not neglect by building the authority on the dog, because you're gonna have so difficulty to change those misbehavior when they have in the puppyhood, and when they grow up it's very hard for them to stop. It's very hard to change them. So those bad traits of the temperament, they can be cut off in childhood, in puppyhood. That's the way. You should impose the respect to the dog, to the puppy. The dog should respect you, should listen to your authority. In other way, you're gonna have a real serious problem, very real serious problem. If the puppy or even the kid challenge the parent, that's a dark side, and those are the red flags. Only if you are, I don't know, irresponsible person not to understand that those are red flags, and you should work with those red flags. You can try in the polite form. If not in the polite form, you're gonna use the other form, which is unpolite. You understand? There are two forms, polite and unpolite. If the polite form will not work, trust me, the unpolite form, it will work well. But we prefer not to use the unpolite form. But if you see that one time, two times, three times, this polite form, it doesn't work, you should not use it at all. For what reason you can use it? It's worthless. You look the eyes and you will know. Yeah. Yeah, you must show who is the boss, for sure. For sure you must show. Especially for the child, because if you neglect with children of this misbehavior, you're gonna raise a little demon. You are raising little demon. They're gonna be a huge problem. They're gonna eat your head in the future if you tolerate them. It doesn't matter you don't love them, no, but you should give the right proper education how to behave. Not at all. Your child is not special. Your child is not special. Doesn't show specialty when he misbehave. Doesn't matter how much you love. You should educate properly. Not to be weak. Not to be fragile. No, don't show fragile, don't show weakness. There is nothing to show the empathy for the misbehavior. The misbehavior will need to correct. That's it, period. Greg say. Because the dog don't like this. When the eye contact. Tough dog will react aggressive. I'm not talking with owner. I'm talking with a stranger. Yes, they don't like the eye contact. Because eye contact is exchange energy. You have to understand. Maybe you cannot feel it, dog feel it. It is energy exchange in that moment. Energy transactions. Can it help not to feed him for a few days? No. When they are small puppy, no. They don't have that logic to understand what they did mistake. No. It will not help you punishment in that way. You gonna yell or you gonna hit. It's food. Removing the food is not punished. Eye contact is a big no for people visiting the house. Only me have long eye contact with the dog. Other views they get very provocative. Yes, it's energy exchange when you see somebody in the eye. Even for people, you met a stranger and you see in the eye, you don't have no confidence with him, you don't know before. When you see the eyes, it's a provocation, is energy, tension exchange. That's why. Yeah, you can see your dog, but you cannot see other dogs. It's like that. You provoke, you challenge them. Especially some aggressive dog, you should not do it. Most of the time, should avoid eye contact. But even if you keep, even if you in a few seconds and you remove the eye contact, those dogs are gonna start to get advantage. Hey, how would you start training? If you start now, please guide us. Should I start as a beginner? Are you talking about the puppy? Be a little bit more. Okay, let me talk about how to train a puppy. First of all, you're gonna start. You're gonna give the right period of time of feeding the puppy. You should not feed the puppy without schedule. You're gonna schedule feeding time period. Schedule feeding time period. If you want the puppy to start to be obey, or even when the puppy, when they are small, they're gonna give a teeth. They're gonna bite you, and in that moment, even if you punish, it's a little bit difficult for the puppy to observe why they get punished. And most of the time they're gonna start to repeat. But especially in the food, when the puppy show like this, show aggression, it's better for you to yell on him. If the yell doesn't work, grab it from the skin in that moment. Grab it from the skin until he gonna stop. Do it like this. Do it this kind of provoking until the puppy will not show any kind of aggression. Do it like this. For the treatment, for the obey, you reward the puppy. Reward. It's good. Start to reward when he's doing something, when he give you the paw, when he's sitting, he listen to you. You reward. Every time you reward. Find a good treats, very delicious one. And every time that the puppy is failed, you don't reward. They want to be the big boss. You cannot be the big boss, problem. Even an old dog you can train better. Well, you're gonna try. You have to understand that the personality start to modify when they are puppy. Because when they are adult, to modify a personality must be very smart dog and very good obeyed. If not, it's a challenge. Thanks. And how much you earn from YouTube channel? Who are you to make you that personal question? How much I earn? What is this kind of question? Who are you to give accountability about my personal stuff? Yeah, yeah. This doesn't seems logical. Tyson G, can you train a Kangal with the same method you use about German Shepherd dog for security work? Livestock Guardian dog are the most difficult dogs to be trained. But I want to know, it's good to start YouTube channel now. I don't know about this, honestly. You came to ask for dog or you came to ask for YouTube channel? I don't want to answer your question. No, honestly. I'm not a YouTube channel advisor. So Tyson G, it's difficult with a livestock guardian dog. It's difficult. How hard the trainer will train the dog for as a self-protection. If they are aggressive, they're gonna protect you. But for obedience, every trainer will fail it. With majority of the Kangal. All the trainers, they're gonna say, oh, it's difficult, livestock guardian dog are a headache. Are really a headache, livestock guardian dog to be trained. You must know that because of their instinct, because of their personality, breeded them for decades. It's very hard. 2 out of 3 Kangal have responded well to trainers. And I get recall out of them, they are still young. To treats. How old are those dogs? When they grow up, they change. They change. They start to show the misobey. Depend of the situation. If there is nothing around, they can distract them. Yes. If there is something around that they will distract them, they will not obey. I read that they get emotional damage with harsh training. Oh, your Kangal, it's a puppy. It's still a puppy. You're gonna see that when they're gonna go 2 or 3 years old, they're gonna start to misobey. Especially if they feel distracted by an object, by an animal, by other animals, or by a human. They will misobey. They will disobey you. You're gonna see this. If they want to meet you, I keep my head down. Greg, if they want to meet you, I keep my head down. Sweet Johnson. Are you Russian, bro? No. What livestock guardian do you think has the best potential to be the most obedient? None of them. It can be individual. None of them. They're gonna show the disobey when they full grow, but even when they are, even in the junior time, treat them, do like this, do like that. Most of them are, because Usually the dog that are not human aggressive has the tendency to be obey better. But when they see other animal or other dog, they must be very calm. Usually this temperament, which is a calm temperament. Thank you for the clarification. Yeah, you're gonna remember what my words. Mark my words, when they grow up, you're gonna see how they gonna will obey you. Like this, or they're gonna change. And you're gonna feel challenge with them. When they have a distract object or animal, they will not obey. They're gonna challenge your order. They have because of they are leading by the independence character, by adaptability, by the old instinct of surviving. They can be very frustrating sometimes, but you have to accept it. Other views choose a different breed. Yes, that's the good side and the bad side of Livestock Guardian Dog. I think they are the most difficult in the dog classification for training, because you can send them to follow a course of training, and they're gonna start to do this and that with a trainer. But in different situation, they're gonna react different. Depend of the situation. Are not reliable for being obeyed to you. Are not so reliable. And there we see who is the boss. No, it's not like that with a Livestock Guardian Dog. When you're gonna you can show who is the boss in the way that you're gonna be the dominant. But when they see other dog, they're gonna has the tendency to go. If they are aggressive to other dog, they're gonna go and attack the other dog. You can yell as much as you can. You can yell as much as you can. They're gonna not stop. Doesn't work like that. Because they show who they are, intelligent and learn things, but they just choose not to do in when their instinct tell them to do different. Yes, they are led by the old instinct, and the old instinct on them are predominant compared with orders. So you have to understand, it's not a police dog. It's not a pet. So it must be a pet, or the line of the police dog, those dogs that are good for obedience and follow the orders. It's not a pet, it's a working dog. It's a Livestock Guardian Dog. With the breeding historical not controlled by human most of the time. They are bred in nature without too much human interaction. And the origin of them came from the Aboriginal, which are breed and selection nature. Few or almost zero human interaction during the breeding. No breeding control on them. They are like almost half wild dog, which they gonna adapt. They stay in the storm, they stay in the summer, they deal with wild animal. They are not the dog that stay inside the home. They stay outside, in street, in livestock, in village, and they patrol all the night to make sure or to detect the threats. And they are all the time target of the wolf pack, especially in the winter season. Wolves are dangerous in winter. They come in the village. Human and usually they come at night when almost people are sleeping. I read an interesting article from a Turkish soldier talking about his experience with the Plato's canine that was killed by a wolf while on patrol. Well, by a wolf pack. I know. The Plato upgrade to the Kangal and it performed well for anti-insurance missions. Look, Kangal are not part of the military in Turkey. Not at all. Look, the military dog project of Soviet Union, they show very well and they document it that archaic line of livestock guardian dog are not for military. That's why they start to change those breeds, because they will disobey. One day they follow the order, other day they disobey the orders. They are not reliable for military. Bella say true, Emiliano. It's like this. If they see a wolf, you can call to come back, and the dog will not come back. Call, yell to them, scream, they will not come back. If they see fox, they're gonna follow the fox until the dog will get tired. Or if they can catch, it will catch. If not, he gonna come back when his mind will tell to come back. I like this with livestock guardian dog. And with livestock guardian dog, it's very important strong authority and fear. Sometimes you need fear with them. Other views, you're gonna have a lot of problems with them. A lot of problems. They are known to be very stubborn dog. But they are universal dog. They are multitask dog. Once Turks tried to make Kangal a military but failed it and gave up. Look, Soviet failed it with livestock guardian dogs. Ex-Yugoslavia, they took Aboriginal, but they see that those Aboriginal was not reliable for military. So they start to add German Shepherd on them. Sard Banner, they follow the same manner of breeding, that the Soviet did. They fail it. And please tell me today why they don't use those dogs for the police, for the military. It doesn't make sense. Because they fail it with them. Or they will not obey or attack. Yes. If they have a good stamina. What are you talking? I don't understand what you are talking. The livestock guardian dog was never used in the military. Even in the ancient time, those military dog was hounds, huge killer hounds, not livestock guardian dog. Because livestock guardian dog are known to be very territorial dog. And when they change the territory, they feel uncomfortable. Different from the hounds, the hunting dog, the killer hounds. They feel very confident whatever they are in the presence of human. If you just make some research and see in the Sumerian and Assyrian Empire, you see those huge hounds dog with the anatomy of the bully kuta, of anatomy of the German boarhound, that shape of anatomy. Those dogs they would use for the military. But not livestock guardian dog for the military. Livestock guardian dog is the dog that can distract easily. Is smart. Is not known for any kind of gameness. Not because they don't have, but then they don't have those kind of gameness. If they feel pain, if they feel threat, they're gonna retreat. The hounds dog are known for the pain tolerance and for the high prey drive. Far more superior than livestock guardian dog. And those are the attributes in the ancient time that they use for the military purpose. During the conquer of new territory, or in expedition of conquer, military expedition. I think I was clear in this explanation. There are evidence and there is a logic explanation. If you understand the behavior of dog, if you understand the genesis of the dog, The dog must have some traits to use for a purpose. You cannot make any dogs you cannot you cannot make any dogs for the purpose that you want. Not any dog breeds. The dogs must have some natural traits. And you can profilize them in different tasks. When it was the puppy, the breeder told me to slap. So the breeder knows very well that they are stubborn, so you need to slap or to scruff from the skin. You have to understand, you have to build your authority in one way. If the polite form does not work, the tough form will do the job all the time. Because if you impose those kind, the dog has no chance just to cut the bad traits. Otherwise, he gonna get the punishment. It's like with people too. You don't break the law for two reasons. You can be a person that follow the law, you are polite, but there are some people that usually doesn't like to follow the law, but they follow the law because of the consequence, because of the fear. Fear is very important to keep in harmony this wild society. Without fear, it will have a destruction. It will have a chaos, especially in every times, not just in this period of time, in every time. It is the law, it is the fear, are the consequence that keep things in balance. Without them, how? It will have a chaos. It's a must. It's a must. It's a must. It's very important and necessary. Will Kangal perform well for farm security against human without typical training canines receive? The only large predator we have down here are those who walk upright. Well, if the parent depend of the bloodline, if the parents show that are both protect from human and from animals, yes. If the parents are polite with people, there is a higher chance that the dog to be too much polite, too much friendly with people. To protect your yard, usually they are good. So they are universal in this kind of position against animal and against intruders. Yes, Gronis, that's cool, and that is correct. In nature, there are neither rewards or punishment, and there are consequences. So, people choose which way do you want. Do you want rewards, behave polite, or do you want the punishment and the consequence? The same is for dog. If the dog follow the orders, if the dog obey, they're gonna get reward. If the dog will start to be disobey and show to the owner that they are the boss, they're gonna get punishment and consequence. It's like this. It's in nature and it's in the life too. You can see nowadays, for example, the new generation has no respect because are raised by spoiled parents. And those spoiled parents, which has not zero experience, but even they neglect, they don't know how to raise. And they raise a spoiler and spoiler generation. It's like a domino effect. How I raised when two adult people talk. When I was child, I never interrupt them. Never. Only if there is something serious. When they talk, they don't allow me to talk. No, there are respect. It must show the respect. There is the authority. Child and parents are not equal. People are not equal. Remember this. This kind of being equal, it doesn't work like this, the real life. No. When you're gonna get in that level, because you cannot, we are in a different position. It's a puppy, you are the owner. You can show the love, the care, but there is a limit. And you have to put the authority that I will take care about you, but I'm the boss, not you. We are not equal. The same with children. Doesn't matter how much you love. You have to raise in the proper way. You have to teach the orders. You have to teach the norms of the life. There are order. There are laws. And that they are the ethical order in family and in society, which are not right as an order, but they are ethical orders. So there are a polite form, and there is an unpolite form that you should use. Otherwise, deal with the consequence, because the consequence and those misbehavior will be amplify the period of the growth of the puppy or of the child. They gonna be amplify times 10 problems, time 10s. And it's come from the neglect part. It come from the neglect part. No. You should not allow a puppy or a child to disrespect you. I was a child, and I'm child of my parent still, but I don't disrespect them. No. They didn't allow me to disrespect them when I was a kid, and I'm still keeping the respect, even now. It's like this. They use both form, polite form and unpolite form with me. And I'm proud about that. Because sometimes the polite form of them was not convince me to listen. I will start to disobey. So they show me that unpolite form and say choose how it will be next time. So I choose to obey. I choose to be respectful. And I choose to get the reward. For sure, everybody, even you in your age, your generation, don't tell me that was not. We are almost the same generation. Huh. But livestock guardian dog got great protection instinct without training. Yes, because they are bred. They have those in in traits. They are breeds that has those kind of ability to be a good guardian protect. No need so much training for them to do the job as a guardian. Oh yeah, from my mama often from disobedience. Yeah, it's like this. Now this is why you are a good girl now. Are you breed transport to the Canada? Bebe Rodriguez or United States? What kind of breed? Because here I don't breed and I don't have a plan to breed any livestock guardian dog at all here. Huh. But yes, we can transport dog. Like I said, we can transport to the US and Canada. What about happen if we put a training protection dog with a pack of Kangal? No. I will not read all the full that what you said. I say no. It doesn't work like that. This dog can encourage them to react in pack, but not to obey. No, 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 no. Not to obey. They will act independently. But the pack behavior, yes. If this dog will attack, for example, to the threat, the Kangal will respond. No doubt about that. Will respond almost in the exact way. But if other dog will obey, yeah, the livestock guardian are different. Protection traits in Kangal are there, my friend. No need for those protection traits in Kangal. Because it's a livestock guardian dog. It's a guardian. They have those protection traits deep in the DNA. Emiliano, this reminds me of the story of my aunt and her disobedient son. She was very short and he was very tall. She would tell him to wait until I get a chair. She would climb up to the chair and after she slapped him. Baby Rodriguez, very good lessons, sir. You're welcome. You're welcome. Look, I never touched my mom. Yes, I pushed my mom when I get teenager. Imagine the teenager is the most difficult age for female and male. But never touch. No, never turn the hand to her. No, no, no. And she was hitting me even when I taller than her, smaller, but I just avoid. When she was continue with it, and after she stopped because she saw that was impossible. So just give it time, and by the age, maturity, it come. I have a livestock guardian dog and normal protection dog. The livestock guardian dog care at all that the protection dog is obeyed. Don't care. Yamot will not care. He's just look at him and he's study almost like a cat. Yeah, it will not change. But what's the benefit of this protection dog is that he can encourage the pack behavior. If he gonna bark or attack, the Kangal will respond too. This is the good benefit. I used to run away from mom and she ran after me calling stop. I must punish. I would I stop. Oh, I've done the same thing. Running away or hide. But there was the best parent, and they are the best parent. The best parent. Once we were going to the village and we saw a huge Volvo car without a driver, which overtook us. My father said, "Here is the Aunt Lala." That was her name. She drive a car like a Fenjo. Look, it say that the punishment come from heaven. So you have to understand that. That's why the punishment in some cases must apply. You have to understand the punishment came from heaven. It is, look, the authority is very important. If your authority will fall, it will be a big challenge and it's very hard to recover. You must work for the authority in the beginning of everything. Even when in the society with your friends, you should not show to be a clone. If you are not. If you are, okay, I understand. But if you are a serious person, you should not tolerate some kind of behavior. No, to nobody. Even to the family. You should have your own authority. It must, and it's very important. Because if your authority fall, nothing works. Nothing works. In the friendship zone, with the co-worker, in the job place, you should have the authority. You should earn this authority in that. And you should not tolerate misbehavior time after time. No, you should not tolerate. You should cut off those stuff. Because the authority is part of the respect that you have for your own self. It's very important. The tail of the axe, it's not heavy that the metal part of the axe, that the head. You know what I mean. The tail is all the time lighter. This is in the figuration manner. Why you laugh? Yes, the head of the axe, it's heavier than the tail. So trying to determine how pure my Kangal are. Boys line registered in Croatia and the United States of America, while the female have no registration. Just a promise that the grandfather came from the Sivas. You can send me the picture and I'm gonna tell you. Being from Sivas doesn't matter because Sivas has mixed Anatolian Shepherd too. That doesn't mean nothing. Sivas is not the origin of the Kangal. Sivas is the origin of the name. And by the way, were the Westerner that gave that name. The best exemplar in Anatolia was from Konya, was not from the Sivas. The best Kangal exemplar didn't come from the Sivas. There are a lot of myths. The name came from that area. And was the Westerner that changed the name. Because the Westerner did the registration, not the Turkish. Turkish didn't have no idea about the sinologic in that time. Was not established yet the sinologic in that time. Was the Westerner one. They did it that. Before the Kangal name, those dogs had just one name. Anatolian Shepherd Dog. Going through your channel and other, they look almost perfect to me. But what do I know? Would you agree to going over photos and videos of my dog to give you? Yes, no doubt about that. You can just send me in Instagram with the same name, HB Kennel. It's the same logo. Send me a message. I'm gonna take a look. Why not? And I'm giving you the honest opinion. Why not? Okay, we didn't touch too much the livestock guardian dog against bear threat. Where do I find your email on this channel? I will send photos promptly. Oh, in the channel description you can find my email, or you can send in Facebook, which is my name, Emiliano Babaramo, or in the Instagram, which is the HB Kennel. You're welcome. And I will have the pleasure to take a look about the dog that you have. If they are not original Kangal, don't get mad. If they are, I'm gonna give the fair square. But even if they are not Kangal and they perform well, they are very good dogs. No need to get disappointed. Don't get disappointed about the dogs. You can maybe a little bit feel disappointed about the scammer, the breeder that are scammers. But don't get disappointed if the dog perform very well. Just be proud about your dog. That's important one. If the dog perform well, give the credits to the dog. Because there are dogs that are not original breed or line, but they perform excellent. It is very important the performance, how they perform. Isabella, hi. It's very important the performance. For me, it's mostly important the performance than to be pure. You understand what I mean? Yes, the purity and the original of them, the original line, perform better, no doubt about that. But there are some exemplar that impress you. Mentality and health over everything. But for sure, we are not discussing for the health. We are discussing for the performance. Can you do a live? What do you mean? Can I do a live? I didn't understand that. Maybe you don't speak well the English. Can you do a live tomorrow? Well, if I have time, yes. Why are you asking? I do. Why are you asking about the tomorrow live? Do you have a question? You can make the question right now. Because tomorrow we don't know. I will wake up in the morning or I will not wake up. God knows that. To somewhere. What do you mean? I don't understand really. How much does an electric fence help in deterring bears? Well, it help. It help. For sure it help. For sure it help. No doubt that it will help. Just the fencing must be very strong. And the voltage must be pretty good to shake them. They are tough, very stubborn. Interesting, in Sweden, the last 10 years, the livestock guardian dog breed are becoming a lot more popular than before. I don't know why, maybe because of the wolf are a lot more common? Well, yes, it makes sense. If the number of wolves in that area are increased, you need to match them. How is stronger, a dog or bear? That's a silly question. For sure the bear. There is not even no brain need to answer that question, Isabella. But also more people have them to look like a tough guy or girls. Ah, yes. It's I'm gonna say the amateur reaction. It's like when they get a fancy car. When you don't have something and you want to boast to other people. That's why. The amateur people, the fun boys, the fun girl. Well, they gather some money, they get a dog, but it's a little bit difficult to maintain, to control, if you don't have the right condition. So I understand this kind of human behavior. It's not strange one. It happen often. It's like they boast to other people. What I need the fancy, how we make it. Oh, I'm not a fancy builder. Don't ask me about that. I don't work in construction. You have to ask an electrician about that. How they build, how they do, I don't have any experience. Yes, goodbye. Where did I let? Yes, and then the dog get rehomed after 2 years. Yes, it's like this, because they cannot hold the dog. It's an amateur mistake. Later than dog is abandoned, and that is a cruel game with the feelings of dog that is often ruined. Yes, Drajan. Look, some breeds are not for normal people. Doesn't matter how rich you are, or how much obsession you have created during watching the video in the internet, because this is like obsession. But if you are not having any kind of experience about dog, you cannot jump directly to the livestock guardian dog. From pet or as a cat owner, you can jump directly to the livestock guardian dog. It's not normal. It's not correct. You must have an experienced background with a working dog. At least you must have the right condition, yard, territory, or livestock to have one. You cannot keep them in your building to sleep with them. You cannot do like this. It's very important, and I all the time increase my voice when I say it's very important to understand the condition, to use the logic, not to go all the time with feelings. Why? Because if you go with the feelings, if you go with obsession and buy a puppy, but you can just, yes, you can hold when they are puppy, but they won't, when they grow up, start to become challenge to you, and you're gonna lose your patience. They're gonna put you in trouble when you don't have the right experience and the right condition. You must educate yourself before you take those steps. First of all is education. Second of all is building the right condition, having the right condition to hold those kind of dogs. But it's very important to have education part. And why not an experience? It will make easy to manage those kind of dogs. I hope I answered the question. Or I touched that topic that you said. Reading about some dogs and actually own them unexperienced them, big different. Yes, you can read, but in the theory and in practice, it's a huge difference. It's a different experience, what you create in your mind and what the reality will bring you. It's different. So it's very important to match the theory with the practice by experience, by starting and being a dog owner with less challengeable breed. You cannot jump 10 stairs. No, it will be a neat step by step. Because if you do like this, you must have some skills. You must be a talent. I understand there are some exceptions in human too, but the majority doesn't have those. Doesn't have those. Yes, there are some people that learn very fast. They are skillful in this. For example, I'm those kind of person that I learn it fast. But don't forget, it's my background too. As an animal specialist, as a veterinarian, that make me to have more easy and to observe the information and to observe the experience much easier was my background too. It's not all the time only the patience. Having a patience, I understand. Bella, this happen all the time because children are spoiled. When they get fed up, they leave the dog for their parents to take care. Oh, we have a different scenario about that. Because those children are unresponsible. And those kind of children that let the dog to the parents are those kind of children that let their child to the parent because they are not able to deal. They are not able. They pass the ball to someone else. You understand? They just pass the ball because they cannot deal. Those kind of people are people that are unresponsible. They don't have any kind of remorse. Unresponsible people do like this because they are fear of being responsible. They are fear to being accountable for what they make the decision. They are, I'm gonna say, they are the kind of people that give up easily, kind of losers in one shape or form. Don't take a risk if you cannot deal, if you are not able to take responsibility, because life has responsibility. Being a dog owner has responsibility. Being a parent has responsibility. Being a husband has responsibility. Being a wife has responsibility to other family members. Has responsibility to your parent, has responsibility to your child, to your children, has responsibility to your husband, and the vice versa. Those kind of people cannot deal with responsibility. They are unresponsible people. They are people who doesn't see the reality correctly. They live in a bubble. They live in the fantasy. No, you are responsible for every kind of action, for every kind of words that you spread from your mouth. You are responsible. And depend of the action and the word, it will be the reaction. It's like this. If you act well, you're gonna get a good feedback reaction. If you act spoil it, you're gonna get criticism respond or reaction. It's like this. They cannot be the opposite. That you to react, for example, or to do the action, the bad action, and you have to get the encourage or support reaction. No, you will not have that support reaction. Life is like this. You need to be responsible. Other views, you're gonna fail it in the life. It will become a failure. And it will become a time that you has no chance to escape of this failure. There it will come a time that the failure is irreversible. Irreversible. That's why it's very important being responsible. I think people who abandon dogs are human without feelings. Abandon, yes. But if you don't have the right condition, because one or two reasons happened, very big reason, serious reason, you should not abandon the dog. You should find a right person, at least, that you can do to adopt this dog. Not just to abandon, throw on the street. No, that's his cruelty. Has nothing to do with empathy. It's completely a cruelty. You don't deserve this dog. You don't deserve it what you have or what you get if you are like this. No. Period. I've saw, for example, from China especially, but it's not only China. I've saw animals suffering a lot in that place. A lot. And for example, we breed Volkodog, but we never sold the dog in China. Because that our dog can have the same bad luck or bad destiny to end like a trash. No. So be careful when you sell your puppy, or when you give free your puppy, or when you give free your dog. Be careful about that. If you are a breeder, don't overbreed. If you have at least a little bit dignity and you are not seeing just to get profitable, at least for the pets, be a little bit more human. Don't overbreed. Do not overbreed. Choose the client wisely. Read the client before you sell the puppy. Or even when you don't have the opportunity to keep the dog, find at least the right person, a responsible person. It's very important. A person who is responsible and you can test and you can understand has the higher chance that your dog not to get suffer. But if the person is irresponsible one, and you have to understand, when you give an adult dog and these people has no bond between dogs and them, there is no bond because they didn't raise them. And it's very hard for some people to create bond. But responsible people all time will take care, because responsible people, they are fair person. They are fair people. Unresponsible one, they are not fair with themselves. How are they gonna be fair with your dog or with you? You understand? They are not fair. Unresponsible people are not fair. They see the reality with their eyes. Only what they benefit. If they don't benefit, they don't care. They are like opportunists. I have noticed that Chinese breeders are particularly cruel to dogs, unfortunately. Yes, that's true. That's why I told. Dog in China suffer so much. Suffer so much. I don't know, do you guys like it? The live stream today? Did you enjoy? Did you get the right advice? The right knowledge? Are you satisfied with my answer? Costa say yes, my friends. It's important for that feedback. Yes, always some interesting info and nice people to chat with. That's a good one. And that's truth. When you sneeze and when somebody says something, it's like confirmation. I'm getting so much information here. Oh, that's good. That's important. God blessing. Thank you. This is important. Getting information that and truth. It's very important. Getting right information, not just watery. And information much, but I'm listening. I talk a lot, but I don't talk nonsense things. I don't like to talk nonsense things or to talk bullshit. No. If I don't know something, I don't talk. If I have experience and knowledge in something, I will talk. For example, a person asks about electric fence. Say, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have experience on that. That's the truth. That is why I'm listening, because it is interesting. Because I cannot talk for things that I'm not educated. I cannot talk for things that I don't have experience. But for things that I have studied, I have experience, yes, I'm gonna participate. For stuff that I don't have no idea sometimes, I cannot. There is not in our line to do fences. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not a fancy builder at all. I think that person was somebody that was just to show up. That's why I make the question. I don't think that that person has a dog at home. I don't believe so. Or just wanted to get some attention. You know what I mean. I can sense people. The way they talk, the way they make the question. Hello, Brazil. I can sense when they have or they just want to enter in conversation. I understand if they have the real interesting for something or they just want to enter the conversation, just they don't have nothing to do and just come from some attention. I don't believe that the person has any kind of dog at home. I can understand some people by the way how they write in the chat that some of them has no dogs. They can be just people that watch video in the internet. There is nothing wrong with that. That is wrong when you make a statement. When you don't have the experience and you come and make a statement and you show and you present this statement or your opinion as a fact without giving proofs. That's wrong. Without having any experience. That's not cool. But to come, to get information, to get knowledge, feel free. No, yes, I understand. Even everyone has to enter in the conversation, even without having a dog, no doubt about that. But if you check the form of conversation, the form of the question, and the form how the person left, it was somebody that didn't like when I say I don't have experience. Was not the right tendency just to talk about the fancy or something like that. Everyone has the right to enter in conversation, to ask question, to get information, to get knowledge, and to be respectful. Everyone has that right. But not to ask, for example, how much you make from the YouTube. What's the problem with that? Who are you ask me that question, please? Don't cross the limit, don't cross the line. You just came, I read your name for the first time. It's no confidence with me. You don't have no kind of confidence with me. And you come and make me that question. I don't give that answer to my parent that grow up me. What are you talking? Vaccinator, anti-vaxxer. What are you talking about? Ah, it's a Russian street thug. I'm not Russian. And I'm not a thug. But it's private. It is not right to ask people about earning. No, it's completely rude to ask about. It's completely rude. I don't know if it's my imagination, but I feel like a lot of people in Balkan have Sharplaninak as pet and not for working, and sharp bond very well with family. Oh, they use for as a guardian, most of them. They don't have as a pet. No, they just breed. They use for livestock, or they use just inside house, inside the yard. Like this. Only few of them they keep as a pet, but they struggle a lot with those dogs. They struggle a lot. I've saw few people, for example, in my town, they just took them and they keep as a pet. One time they go in the touristic place in my town because it's an old city, and made tourists come, and the Sarpaninak beat the tourist in that moment. So, and the owner had the troubles. Uh, I see many accidents with the livestock guardian dogs. When people misuse them and neglect with them, treat them like they are like a pet. You cannot treat those dogs as a pet. You cannot treat them like that. The only one of the traits that, or two traits I don't like, which are related to each other, is being irresponsible and neglect. Being unresponsible and neglect. There are two traits on people that I dislike a lot. And if you are this person with those two traits, I don't feel respect on you. Because if those two traits are limping in your temperament, it's like a domino effect for other bad traits that can be created. Neglect and being unresponsible. Those people that are like this, you cannot even trust no kind of task at all. No kind of task at all. I don't know you agree with me about this. Because unresponsible people, they doesn't keep accountability. They don't feel any remorse when they do something. They don't feel responsible, and the tendency is to neglect serious stuff. And when you neglect, it's a problem. Yes, Gronis. It's a domino effect from neglect and being irresponsible. It's 100% true. It's a slippery slope. Correct. Being irresponsible and neglect, it will put yourself and other people in trouble. It's a domino effect. And people who are irresponsible and neglect, you cannot trust nothing. Because whatever they're gonna do, they will not keep any responsibility. They don't use the logic what this irresponsibility and neglect can bring. They don't care. There are people who doesn't care. There are many reasons why they can be like this. One of them is lack of lack of experience, age, or bad temper. And the people which has those with bad temper, my God, just walk away. Just walk away. You cannot stay close to them. It's worthless. You will not get no benefit. You're gonna get only, they're gonna draw you. They're gonna draw you in the sink. There Let's check the level of the battery in the phone. Hold on a second. Okay, I can stay a few minutes, and I think it's enough for today. What do you guys think? Do you guys feel boring, and do you want to end this live stream now? Because if I start to be boring, you just get my attention, say, let's end this, let's continue tomorrow. Have you been to what they call that accused mountain in Albania, Biesht and Nemuna? Uh-huh. The cursed mountain. Why you ask it about? They are in the north part of Albania. The cursed mountains. It's in the north dialect. It's not in official Albanian language. Yes, north part, the Alps of Albania. It's like the highland of in Albania I say Malsia and Made, which I can't just try to find the correct words to translate. The huge highland, if I translate like this. I did. Thank you for answering my question. You're welcome. It's a local legend, old one. Bad stuff happened in those mountains. Bad things happened in those mountains. That's they call like that. The relationship can rebuild again after the period of training. That's a question. I mean, after a month who I left the dog to training camp. Yes, he gonna change. He gonna change, but he gonna remind a little bit strange behavior, dog. That is because of your authority. You don't have the authority on them, and that's a pity one. And at least after this dog, be careful not to neglect to build your authority when they are puppy, because he's 4 years old now. You're gonna not do too much by training him. Especially the Rottweiler are so stubborn, silly dog, and has the tendency to be over aggressor. You can look online, Bella, just scary stuff, but incredible beautiful nature. Oh, the nature of Albania is wonderful. Not just Albania, Balkan has incredible nature. Beautiful place. So beautiful place. So beautiful place. It symbolizes not only the natural feature of this area, ruggedness, wildness, in Vasilibi, but also the form of social history circumstance that were present in that area. personal insecurity. Good morning, my amigo. Someone abandoned a puppy dog is absolutely beautiful and I took it at home, but I don't know what kind is. No problem. You're gonna figure it out. You did a great job that you adopt this puppy. God will bless you for this action. You don't need what kind of breed it is. No problem about. You saved his life. He gonna be grateful for all his life to you. And God will bless you. Doesn't matter what kind of breed it is. It's a puppy. You saved his life. And he gonna be your best friend. I think it's just a few weeks old. Oh, you have to buy baby milk. Keep it warm. Keep it warm because how many weeks could be? What do you think? How many weeks? Do me a favor. Take the puppy and go to the vet. Maybe 3 weeks? Oh, it's so small. It's so small, 3 weeks. It's so small. You need to feed this puppy by yourself. You have to buy those milk and to feed him. But just be careful no, how you feed. Don't just be careful when you feed him. Buy the right those, like a baby one. Maybe Trixie has those, like a plastic nipples with a bottle that you can feed. Those mythologic plays are almost everywhere, not just in the north part of Albania. There are myths everywhere, like the legend, transmit generation after generation, heritage generation after generation. Well, I love myth and culture, lore. Look, some mythical parts are not just myth. So depend. We talk for Troya. That Troy was like just for the mythology, but we found the Troy in Izmir. We they discovered the Troy in nowadays Izmir in Turkey. So really, we cannot tell with being sure what was the myth or the legend, and was this legend truth or not. Yes, the people has the tendency to amplify stuff, to make it a little bit more crazy, more fascinated. In the terms of the diversity of feeder and furry game, Pulak is among the richest mountain massive in Europe. We have mysterious mountain in Georgia too, in the mountain where Prometheus was changed, and also many countries were trying to find something there. Oh, I know what they trying to find. Yeah, I know, Bella, what they try to find. The god of fire. Yes, because from the Greek or Balkan territory is connect with the south part of the Caucasian area. It's very connected. Yes, that one, the golden one. The golden one. They come to search for the treasure. What they want to find. I need to clean those stuff. Yeah, the Black Sea, but the Black Sea is, I think, that's why they want to check in the Black Sea. Is like could be in Georgia. It's called Gomi Mountain. What does it mean, Gomi, in your language? I believe it is in Georgia. Me too. Yeah, I've studied a little bit about the history and those treasure one. But for example, I forget the details that Bella said about the Prometheus and the mountain when they chained it. It's an old word. You don't have an idea. Possible has to explain, but maybe it's in old Georgian word, or maybe some foreign explorer in the ancient time put it that name. That's why you cannot find the meaning of the local place, because usually the toponym, which are not have any meaning in our language, must put by other people, conquerors, empires. In Georgia, we'll call Prometheus Amirani. It is in a secret script, I think. Well, I'm not so educated in time of the treasure. Yes, I was fascinated with the history, and by the time, even Stalin and Hitler were searching something there. Oh, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. But even in Iraq, America was search something else, not just oil. I know what you mean. It's a forbidden knowledge. Do you know this? The forbidden knowledge? Have you heard about that? There is a forbidden knowledge. If I found in English, I will give a link, Emiliano, if you are interested. Yeah, I can read. I'm curious about this stuff all the time. For the forbidden knowledge, I seek the truth all the time. That's my passion. Top secret one. Yeah, I understand. They discovered in Albania a few days ago some from Czech explorers the biggest thermal water in Europe, if I'm not wrong. They discovered in a small highland town in the southeast of Albania, between the mountain, the biggest thermal water. Name of the town is Leskovic. And I think Dražan will laugh now because it's like a Slavic one. Leskovic. Doesn't make sense in Albanian language. Leskovic. The biggest thermal water place. And those archaeologists, I think those archaeologists or explorers who are from Czech Republic. In a 330 feet abyss. Did you read it that, Gronis? Oh, like a Russian word less. It's a Slavic, Leskovic. It's not Albanian, because of the Serbian Empire in the time of when the Byzantine Empire fall, was the Serbian Empire with the Stefan Dusan that conquered the west part of the Balkan. He come and spread till in Preveza in nowadays Greece, in the north part of the Greece, in Serbian language. But Serbian language is a Slavic language. For sure in Serbian, because it was the Serbian. Leskovic is that small town. It's very small. But highland. They found it first in 2021. I don't know. Today was few days ago was they confirmed it, the biggest thermal water in Europe, if or in the world. I don't know really. I don't remember this. I didn't pay too much attention. I just saw, and they make it like a animation how it is, because I think they scan that the biggest thermal water it's like in between mountain in the cave, like this tunnel cave. It's like a labyrinth to go there. The fruit of hazel tree is hazelnut. I think the world biggest, not just Europe. I think it's the world. Yes, the world biggest, not in just in Europe. The biggest thermal water in the world. That's what I was not right. That's why I say it in the biggest in Europe or in the world because I was not sure. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, Grony. Uh, couple days ago, I saw they publish in the TikTok. They publish in TikTok about this. I say, what? Because I'm sometimes a little bit skeptic. Uh, and I check the source of the information and was not published by just a person but was serious media. And I say, oh, okay, that makes sense now. And it considered the biggest thermal water in the world. You can find in Albania. It's like a lake in the mountain, thermal lake in the mountain. It's yeah. Albania has a lot of mysticism. In Albania, across the road, the old road Egnatia, which was used for the Roman Empire, follow up to go in Asia. Lake Neuron research from the Czech Republic first found the lake few years ago, but they did not have the right instrument to measure it. That's what I'm talking about. They didn't measure, and now they confirm that is the biggest thermal water. Thermal water are common in Balkan. Yeah, I know about that. We have thermal water. Actually, not so far. We have like some thermal pool. I will say 1 hour and a half, 2 hour in distance with this location, with this small town location, because he might be in the mountain. It's a little bit far. Need a little bit more time. Yeah, I was surprised too because now they confirm, they measure that it's the biggest one. And you can just check my information, verify this information that I just shared with you. Maybe Serbia is a little bit jealous. Dražan? Because we have the biggest thermal water in the world. We are a little bit in rivalry for stuff. That's why you say Balkan has a lot of thermal water. Yeah, but we are number one now. Let's to be truth. We has a little bit, I think it's most politic jealousy. Because smart people, logical people, they don't have that problem. But we are talking the biggest. Dražan, it's the supreme title. No, we have not have enough. Yeah, I know this. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I want to tease you. Balkan has beautiful place. I love Balkan. Best food, hands down, in Balkan. Best food. That's why we are better in basketball. Yeah, you are better in basketball. We don't use so much sport. We are going for other stuff. We are famous for other stuff. Sport is not so traditional in Albania. I'm in Alberta and we have some very nice mountain range. For sure. Balkan is best nature in Europe because they have it all. Clean water, mountain, beaches, forest, countryside. Yes. Switzerland is very beautiful too if you talk for the highland. Now, I start now with best tennis player. You see? Look what he's doing with me. I told you we are not for sport, but we are agile for a lot of stuff. The Albanian are very agile people, fast, especially in the bad stuff. Well, yeah, crazy supporter of football. We love Mercedes-Benz. If you don't have Mercedes-Benz, you are not Albanian. Period. This is how they said. There is a thought that German produce, Russian give the soul, Albanian drive for the Mercedes-Benz. Yes, Georgia has played many times. Was some football player, I remember the last name. Mener Tradze, Arzeladze, Kobiashvili. Ooh, I was small kid, but I remember those last name. Correct me that I'm not wrong about this last. Mener Tradze, Arzeladze, Kobiashvili. I remember those one. We have a lot of Albanians here. They love their clothes and cars. Oh yes. To dress up Albanian and for cars are crazy. But you see that I remember, and this happened when I was kid. You see that I have very good memory, very strong memory. Thanks God I have very good memory. Albanian loves. They have this tendency to show up with clothes, cars. When they have the opportunity, they will show up. They will not hide. Expensive clothes, those fancy brands. Toyota best car for sure. Toyota is reliable. No doubt, it's reliable, it's strong car. Bella say, yes, I see, truly you have a good memory. Land Cruiser. Land Cruiser, it's good. I prefer the old Land Cruiser. Very good one. Yeah, I like Land Cruiser. It's one of my favorite type of cars. Land Cruiser. All the time I like that. That 4x4 SUV I like. At this summer they were dancing in street, they were happy. Who? I have the Land Cruiser Prado. Yeah. But my favorite car are Mercedes Benz S Class or E Class. But E Class old school, not those new one. But I'm a dumb and a terrible driver, said Bella. Albanians were dancing and were very happy. Oh, I don't like football. I do not like football. Okay, guys, I think the my telephone it will turn off when I will get old. Well, look, you must be a little bit careful. You are Magas. Good night, my friend. Hold on. What are you doing, guys? Okay, good night, everybody. Bye, 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 all. See you. And why not tomorrow? If I finish the job that I have to do fast, I will be in this time. If not, I will come in the live stream a little bit late after I finish, because I need to prepare the car. Okay. Was a pleasure. I want to thank everybody that was in the live stream for the kind of conversation, for the experience exchange to each other, for the great communication, for the respect, for the loyalty. I admire respect and loyalty that you guys are showing, and I respect that a lot. For me, it means a lot. Well, you guys need to sleep. At least Bella need to sleep. It's... Oh, no, it's not so... Yeah, I saw the link, Bella. Thank you very much. I saw the link. It pop up to the notification one. It's mutual. For sure it's mutual. It's a reciprocity. It should be mutual. It's very important. Okay. Bye, everybody. Maybe I will not give the words because I don't want to disappoint you. Maybe today, if I'm really focused, I'm gonna make a new content. And I'm gonna publish in tomorrow morning. In my time. In your time, it's different. For the East Europe. Well, I wish to everybody have a good night or have a good afternoon, depend where you are, and God bless you all. Don't forget, God is glory, God is first. Don't forget to pray to God today for everything good that God has given to us. Bye bye, everybody.